Jiosh and Kwab, your go-to NBA podcast. Subscribe on Apple, follow on Spotify, and be sure to hit up the YouTube channel for video content. And now your hosts, Jiosh and Kwab.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Dime. The NBA Finals are set. We have our two teams. Great Game 7.
Here we go.
Even if you're driving.
Do not clap if you're driving. Disclaimer: the Dime is not responsible for any injuries occurred while clapping while enjoying the show.
What a game! Listen, I'm hype. I mean, there's a reason why I'm hype. Obviously, you can see it all over my head. Why I'm hype, but fantastic Game 7 to a series that we all thought would go 6 or 7 at least. Overall, man, I'm really happy as an NBA fan with what I saw today. I know there's going to be some complaints about the refs, there'll be some complaints about the physical contact, but at the end of the day, I personally just wanted to see a good game. I don't have a dog in this fight. For those of you wondering who I rather have faced, I actually didn't care. You have a Thunder team that was undermanned with Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell. I don't think that they're at 100%. And of course, the fan in you looks at that and goes, well, maybe they're food. And then you have a Spurs team that's young, but you've had success against in the regular season that I think the Knicks match up well with. So for me, I just wanted to see a good game. I honestly did not have a preference. But before we talk about the NBA Finals, let's get in to what we just saw. What experience, Kwab? Experience. Because
they're getting the experience now.
Now they're getting that experience. They're getting that experience. One of the things about the Spurs that everybody would ram on was the fact that this team has not gone through the battles that a team would have to go through. They have not taken the steps that a normal team would have to go to reach the NBA Finals, to be a champion. And now they are in the NBA Finals, one series away from winning everything. Really, really impressive. I don't have enough good things to say about this team, Kwab, if I'm being honest with you, but we can get to that in a second. First, let's go to the box score. The Spurs beat the Thunder 111-103. Wembanyama 22-7. Champagne 20 points. Stephon Castle 16-6-6. For the Thunder, SGA, you did all you could do. He did everything he could do.
He was tired out there.
I don't want to hear any narratives on SGA today. He was fantastic. Casey Wallace 17-7, 5 of 8 from 3-point range, and Alex Caruso 12-5. But at the end of the day, it was not enough for Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs. Came out aggressive. I think that's a pattern the whole series. A team that was pretty much aggressive and imposing their will pretty much won this game, particularly on the defensive end. We saw, the Spurs just load up on SGA. He has the ball at the top of the key. You have two players on the nails basically saying, we're in help already. People are saying it's a stunt. I understand that it's stunt. You're stunting helping. I understand that, but they are there ready for SGA to be at his spots, essentially. With that, regardless, SGA was fantastic today. He did literally everything he could do to keep the Thunder in this game. But you have Julian Champagne, who has been a great pickup by this organization, shooting the three ball with confidence. I thought Vassell played well again. Keldon Johnson, to me, single-handedly, I wouldn't say kept the Thunder at bay, but during that fourth quarter when things could have gotten out of control or where the Thunder looked like they were getting momentum, Keldon Johnson being the sixth man of the year that he is, hitting huge shots. It was a total team effort from the Spurs. I thought Wemby had a fantastic game. I thought his shot selection for the most part was really good. He took some ill-advised threes for my liking, but when he had to go to the hoop, he did. When he had to make the right pass, he did. Of course, he was fantastic defensively. And I got to shout out New York Knicks legend Luke Cornett with the biggest play of the game, in my opinion, the chase down block over other New York Knicks legend Isaiah Hartenstein. Luke Cornett was on the Knicks for 2 years. He was on the Knicks for 2 years.
It's fine. I mean, so
blocked by James, blocked by Cornett.
Not the same.
Blocked by James.
But go ahead. Go.
Blocked by Cornett.
Go. You can
two
go with
blocks
that
will live
you can go with that
in NBA lore for the rest of our lives. Honestly, man, the Thunder didn't have enough firepower on the offensive end. We talked about if Fox and Harper are out, does it mean more to the Spurs than if Jalen Williams was out? And we've made the argument that I think Fox and Harper were probably a little more important than Jalen for the simple fact that we've seen the Thunder win without Jalen. But I do think today, if you're a Thunder fan who disagrees with that opinion, I think your best exhibit is today. Because today they had nobody else who can create on their own. Chet Was Chet playing today? I mean, Chet Holmgren was just not playing. He took 2 shots, was not aggressive at all. SGA had no help outside of Case and Wallace, and Jared McCain did all he could do. But the Spurs defense was fantastic, setting the tone from the jump, basically turning over the OKC Thunder and converting on the other end. And in the second half, they won on the margins by getting offensive rebounds. I mean, if it wasn't for SGA being miraculous today, I think the Spurs win this game by 20. But Kwab, what just overall thoughts with the game?
Oh man, it was a good game. It was a good game. Like I think me and you just been asking for like a competitive game. Like we saw a competitive game 1, and apart from like the start of game 2, it just felt like either team just took control of whatever game they won, and it was a wrap. Today it was more of a back and forth, especially it being a game 7. With the Spurs side, man, they just played balanced. You saw the balanced scoring from the Spurs all around. It wasn't just like a superhuman Wemby game that like some games we've been used to in this playoffs, but just a balanced scoring effort from all around from your guards who we always highlight with Castle's ability to defend but also get in the paint. I mean, Fox had a solid game. Like this, probably the best game this series I feel like he's played. And Harper off the bench, just being consistent, like as a rookie, just playing his butt off, man. I think it was just a great all-around win for the Spurs. And when you talk about the Thunder, usually we don't talk about the Thunder and be like, oh well, they were lacking this or they needed more, because usually they get contributions from other players, and they got it from Case and Wallace, they got it from Jared McCain. Actually, like Jared McCain checking in the game early on kind of changed the momentum a little bit, because the Spurs came out hot as they usually do. But I mean, I'm in my multiple group chats. Everybody has been killing Chet. Like
he didn't shoot the ball. He didn't, and then when he tried to go at Wemby, he fell on the floor like 3 times.
It's been the jokes. Like I think somebody mentioned in the comments that it's going to be a long summer for him. Man, it's going to be a long 24 hours for him. Like to me, a part of this series that was very evident to everybody, and also I should be evident in both teams, is that Wemby doesn't like Chet. Wemby has hate in his blood for Chet. Like, it's clear as day, darkest night. Wemby doesn't like Chet, right?
And then Chet has the energy of like, why don't you like me?
That's exactly what
you gotta hate him right back, Chet.
Like, it just felt like somebody is starting a fight with you, and you're taking the civil route, when it's like, nah, man, it's a battle right now. You gotta be able to throw some punches. My biggest gripe with Chet, like we get on Chet feeling like he can do more, but my biggest gripe with Chet this game was in the fourth quarter when Wemby had 5 fouls, to not go at him or just be aggressive in that moment, just to maybe get him out the game. Like I was disappointed in that. I think there's something like, as we'll talk later about what moving forward the Thunder should do, but with them not having Jalen Williams to kind of supplement the offense when Shai goes out, and AJ Mitchell, you needed him to step up, and he didn't step up this game. And then you have the Spurs, who all their players came to play. Like Keldon Johnson's impact, like you said, when he hitting those threes, momentum changers. Harper, his play, momentum changers. And usually those momentum changers are players that we talk about with the Thunder, because we usually have those moments from the Case and Wallace's. This playoff run has been from Jared McCain, and it just it wasn't enough. They just didn't have enough. Shai played fantastic, but it just wasn't enough, man. And it ended up being a good game. There were some swings at the end that could have gone either way, where the Thunder could have possibly got back to like 3. They hit a couple of threes or whatever it was. But I mean, Spurs coming out and winning this game is, I think, is great for the league, because this is still a young team that they wanted it. Like Wemby being emotional after the game. I've told you that I'm a big fan of it. The man got emotional after a regular season game, and I'm like, that's somebody who cares. You want your superstars to care, like to care whenever, like even if it's just a simple game. That's one thing that NBA fans have been asking for, and for him to care, and for him to be able to put together this season and to go in the finals. So very happy for the Spurs, man. But it was a fun game to watch. Again, I have no dog in the fight also, but it was, to me, it was the most competitive game I've watched in this series compared to game 1. So
Yeah.
it was fun, and it was a good game 7, man. And I know the Thunder fans are not happy, obviously, but you guys were down players, and the Spurs showed up, and that's what happens.
Yeah. So let's go to the comment section. Ragnarok, fucking Chet with the no-show. That hurts, man. I mean, and that's something that we've talked about all season. Like Kwab and I had been on Chet where it's like, dude, like, yeah, you guys won this game. Yes, you won this game. Yes, you won this game, but you've disappeared. Like, I want to see more from Chet. And there are games where he was okay, but like, this was a perfect example. You were the clear number 2 option in today's game. You got to find a way to get involved.
Bro, he started the game with a tough bucket. And I was like, okay, good. Like during that back and forth. So you're thinking in my mind, he's going to have an aggressive game. To only have 2 shot attempts or whatever it was.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
It was
crazy.
It's crazy. Ragnarok, thank you so much for the generous donation. Definitely appreciate it. We've had a great time with you in the chat. Thanks for the good season, fellas. Appreciate the channel. Good game. Thunder up. Watch out for Wemby calling out hits on Brunson. I hope that doesn't happen, man. We'll talk about that. We'll do our own season preview later, for sure. Bruce, didn't both these cats pick the Thunder? Yeah. So
I didn't pick. What's he talking?
You didn't pick.
I didn't pick. I didn't pick. I picked the Thunder to start the season at the start, not the playoffs. But even if we pick the Thunder, so we can be wrong. We like being wrong.
And enjoy the game. It was
enjoy the game. We still enjoy the game. It's amazing. That's great. That's the best part.
Sam Clark, Jeremy Shohan, a champ. No matter. Yes, Jeremy Shohan's getting a ring. Very fashionable.
Oh,
yeah, because he was on the Spurs. He was on Spurs for most of the year. So no matter what, he gets a ring.
Wow.
That's kind of awkward.
Hilarious.
Like, if the Spurs were to beat the Knicks, like, that's kind of awkward.
That's hilarious. Awkward. Oh my gosh, I forgot.
Yeah.
I wonder how much he's going to play in this series now.
He's not. Well, we'll get to that because
that's crazy.
Yeah. Chet doesn't have the mentality. He looks small in the moment. Got too big. I mean, there were times where like he got the ball past him. He was like fumbling the ball. He couldn't hold on to it. I don't want to say the moment got too big for him. This guy's won an NBA championship. Mm-hmm. You know, he went to Gonzaga. They had big games. So like for me, I don't think it got too big. I just think he was uncomfortable. I think Wemby guarding him, because Wemby was guarding him, you know, a lot of Chet's go-to moves or a lot of Chet's ability to score the basketball relies on the fact that, you know, he has the skill set of a guard somewhat, and he's able to shoot over smaller defenders. He's able to stretch the floor and hit the 3 if he's open. You know, you don't really get that when Wemby's guarding you. And Wemby wasn't, you know, he was helping off the Chet, but Wemby can close the gap between anybody very quickly. And he passed up a couple open threes as well. So
yeah, that's another thing too. Like there were those specific moments where Wemby was clearly in help, like close to the paint, and Chet was just in the dunker spot. I'm like, you can space out to the 3 and be confident in your shot. Like there was just a lack of confidence, and it felt like he was playing with a fear of failure, which you can't do. Especially like you said, he's played in big moments. He's won a championship. Like he didn't exude a lot of confidence in this game.
This is an important comment to me. Fox worth the contract. Now, there's been a lot of talk with Spurs fans when the Spurs lose. You see it, especially that Fox, even though he's contributed to the team, he's not worth the money that the Spurs are paying him. And today, to me, was a great example of why he is. He was fantastic today. He had a huge 3 in the fourth quarter there. You know, nothing against Stephon Castle, but the way that the Thunder kind of got back into it was Castle started turning the ball over there in the fourth quarter. You know, with De'Aaron Fox, he can calm you down, even if he's not scoring the ball. If he's not scoring the basketball, even if he's not scoring
he's not scoring baskets.
Even if he's not scoring, he's handling the rock. He's not turning the ball over. He's setting you up. So yeah, I totally get where John's coming from. We're huge Fox fans here at the Dime.
Yeah,
we don't buy into that Fox. I get where Thunder Spurs fans are coming from. Where it's like, man, we're paying him a lot of money, and we have Dillon and we have Castle, but I do think he's been proven to be invaluable when he's on because he's been hurt. I mean, you don't know what Fox you're getting since an injury. To be fair,
but I think also even the game, the previous game where he played, where he was, I think 1 for 8, he didn't play well. Just having him on the floor alleviates ball handling duties for Castle, and Castle was dealing with like he was racking up turnovers like there were points throughout the course of the series. So just having him on the floor makes him so valuable. And I like you said, I know there are Spurs fans who felt like, hey, he's getting paid too much, but there's a reason why you need him on the floor along with Castle, along with Harper.
Yep. Here we go. Brother Sport Entertainment Show. Okay, BKL Sport Entertainment Show. Shout out to everyone in the chat, including the Dime with Josh Kwab. What up? Keep up the good work on the channel. Appreciate it. And shout out from the South Bronx. Let's go. South Bronx, brother. Yes. I'm from the Bronx as well. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, originally from the Bronx. Moving way up to Rockland. But yeah. So yeah, looking this is funny. Inevitable. I guess it's not inevitable, Kwab. We were wrong.
We're never. Hey, man,
I assume you're making fun of us, which go ahead, deserve it.
We enjoy that.
Yeah, but I do think I think a lot of it. I'm not saying this is why the Spurs won, but I do think when you're missing Jalen Williams and when you're missing AJ Mitchell, those are two players, especially Jalen's really important, but AJ someone you bring off the bench who can like just go get a hoop and go get a bucket like anytime. You know what I mean? He keeps the engine rolling if SGA's out. I think they really, 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 really missed both Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell because you can't really guard the Thunder the way you were guarding them, in the way that they were helping off and doing stunts if AJ and Jalen are there for the most part. I mean, Jalen played in game 6, but he did not. He did not look good at all. Yeah. 8 minutes. Proud of the Rock. Mm-hmm. Go Spurs, go. Thank you, Larry, for the donation. Definitely appreciate it. All right. Any final thoughts, Kwab, on game 7 or the series in general?
I mean, hey, great game 7, man. I think that's what me and you both wanted. We just wanted a good competitive game. We didn't want to watch a game where by the third quarter, me and you were going to be texting each other like, hey, should we sign on?
Is this a damn?
Like, it was a good competitive game, man. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm happy for the Spurs fans. I feel sorry for the Thunder fans, obviously, because we have a lot of Thunder fans who are ourselves who we appreciate y'all. So, I mean, hey, man, Spurs did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm going to say this before I go to war with Spurs fans for the next 2 weeks. Listen, the Spurs are so ahead of schedule. You got to be so proud of this team. And no matter what happens in the finals, win or lose, I think if I'm a Spurs fan, I'm ecstatic with what's happening right now. Again, it's typical that a team has to go through the bumps and bruises of the playoffs in order to get where they want to get to. I'm a Knicks fan. I had to watch the Knicks get to the second round a couple times. I had to watch the Knicks get to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is the 4th or 5th year with Jalen Brunson. Now they're finally getting to the finals. Like the progression happened. That's how it typically works for teams. That the Spurs skipped all that. They had the cheat code. I don't know what the cheat code was when they put on the game. Up, down, up, down, up, down, A, B, start. I think that's the Sonic cheat code. If anybody remember, I'm showing my age. But yeah, it's just really impressive. A team this young, this inexperience is not supposed to go on the road and win a game 7. You could say whatever you want about Jalen Williams being hurt and AJ Mitchell getting hurt. That's all valid if you're a Thunder fan. Yeah. But a team this young and this inexperienced is not supposed to win game 7 on the road. And I think the most impressive thing about this is, yes, Wemby gets all the accolades and Wemby gets a lot of the notoriety for what the Spurs do. And he should. He's their best player. He might be the best player in the league. But they don't do this without the whole supporting cast. Yeah. They have so many players who step up every game. I think Devin Vassell, outside of game 5 outside of game 5, Vassell has been phenomenal. Kelvin Johnson was huge today. Dylan Harper got right the other day. Now he's looking like himself again, or starting to look like himself again. De'Aaron Fox, doing things, controlling the basketball. When he's scoring, he's good. Stephon Castle, he might be a little turnover prone, but his defense is invaluable. I mean, Luke Cornett again with the best block in NBA history tonight.
Wow. We have to relax. We have to. We have to.
I'm gonna hype up that block for the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh.
LeBron or LeBron.
Oh my gosh.
Isaiah Hartenstein's bigger than Andre Iguodala.
Oh my gosh. we have to relax, man. Oh.
Look, up, Leone, no excuses. Spurs were the better team tonight. Congrats to OKC. Then we'll be back next year. Still love my team. Leone, I love Leone.
That's
always positive vibes.
Always positive. That's what I'm talking about. Vibes. How you doing, Leone? Yeah, man. Again, to your point, man. Like the Spurs, all the young players, they stepped up. They played well. They did what they were supposed to do. You go back when you look at OKC. I know they were missing players that were very important, but they still have enough players that should be able to step up and make an impact. Chet not having an impact was a big red flag throughout the course of the series. Like even that play last game where Vassell blocked him and then like got into his face. Yeah. Like little things like that. I'm like, bro, they don't
try to dunk on him next possession.
I'm saying they don't respect you, brother. Come on. Don't let him talk to you like that. We need you. But hey, man, like great, like I said, a really good young team that they showed they were capable of beating the Thunder all throughout the course
Yeah.
of regular season. And this is the matchup we were waiting for when it came to playoffs, and we got it. And Spurs were able to be victorious.
All right, before we get into some headlines, we do have some headlines about the Spurs and the Knicks.
Mhm.
One quick question, Kwab. What's next for OKC? You lose this series. You were defending champions. Now, I think on one hand, you can look at it and be like, you know what? We went 7 games against the San Antonio Spurs. Let's just say hypothetically the Spurs win it all. We went 7 games against the team that ended up winning the championship. You know, if we had Jalen Williams, if we had AJ Mitchell, maybe this is a different story. We don't have to do too much here. You know, we can bring everybody back, run it back, and see what happens. But you also have Isaiah Hartenstein on a team club option, Kendrick Williams on a team club option, and Lou Dort on a team club option. If you're a Thunder fan in the chat still, I kind of want to hear your opinions on this. And honestly, if you're Spurs fans too, who's just like objective and wants to talk the game, I kind of want to hear your opinion too. Do you bring back any of those 3 guys? Isaiah's getting 20 something. I think Lou's getting 16 or 18. I don't have the numbers in front of me. But do you think that you should tweak this roster a little bit, or do you run it back? I think they need to cut some fat off of here to stay below the second apron. But like generally, if you're a Thunder fan, if you are the Thunder organization, if you're Sam Presti, what are you doing going to next year? How are you getting better, or are you content with the roster right now?
I mean, you could probably make some minor tweaks, right? I know I know a lot. I see some people in the comments saying Giannis, but like I think this team, you don't blow it up in a sense, right? Just for like a big piece.
Yeah.
I think some minor tweaks here and there. Obviously, you might feel different if they were healthy and moving forward. The thing about the Thunder is that we've said this before. They do have 2 young players who they drafted who are probably going to contribute next season. Who basically didn't play at all this year. On top of that, they have a couple of draft picks, high
Those
draft
2 young
picks.
players.
Thomas Schroeder,
Mhm.
who's if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I apologize. He played at Georgetown.
Mhm.
Big man. Basically, I've seen Thunder fans basically say he's the Isaiah Hartenstein replacement in terms of his skill set. And then Nikola Topic, who was he dealt with an ACL injury, then he dealt with cancer, and he was able to come back. And like I saw him a couple of times. I saw when he played in the G League a couple of times, and then he played some games, a little bit games here and there, and he looked solid. Like they have
Yeah.
these young pieces. On top of that, they still have the treasure trove of draft picks, but they have two picks this year, which are just kind of high. Like so, they might package some stuff together, maybe move up in the draft for a player they want, because the roster is kind of full right now. So that might factor into it. You never know. I don't know if like I joke around about it with you all the time. Maybe Sam Presti hits the button and he's like, "Yo, Milwaukee, what do you want? I got Isaiah Hartenstein. I got 52 picks."
I don't think there's any way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
no
there's any
way.
way either. But I mean, there's probably options out there they'll probably look at. But I mean, if you're this team, you are the number 1 team in the West, the number 1 team in the league. Throughout the course of the year, you were dominating, right?
Yeah.
Injuries factored into it. Coming
You run
into
it
the
back.
playoff. Yeah.
I mean, to me, I think you can cut some fat here. I think you can
Mhm.
get rid of Lou. I think Lou Dort's replaceable. I understand he's valuable defensively, and he's like a 3 and D type, but I think you can find that on the market. Now, who that is right now, I don't have a list in front of me and what they'd be worth, but I do think you could shed his salary. Kendrick Williams, I think, is a nice player, but I think he's kind of buried behind a lot of players. So I
Mhm.
don't think signing him to this club option really makes a lot of sense. I think you can kind of cut those 2. I do think keeping Isaiah Hartenstein would probably benefit them, as you saw in this series. I mean, what he was able to do guarding Wemby, you
Yeah.
know, and I know some Spurs fans had some problems with how physical he was, but he's the size that the Thunder need. And honestly, you can argue that he's the player that took him over the top last year. Now
Mhm.
you have somebody who can bang, who can get offensive rebounds. You can get Chet off of, someone like a Wemby. You can get Chet off of maybe someone bigger. They have different options with Chet and with him. To me, I just feel like losing someone like Hartenstein would kind of weaken their interior. Now, I
Yeah.
don't know who else is on the market. Isaiah is also due for a decent amount of money, but I do think that if I'm going to bring anybody up back with a club option, it's Isaiah. I do
Yeah.
think you can get rid of Dort though, because to me, Dort, There's a lot of games where, yeah, Dort's good defensively, but there's a lot of games where he's just kind of not there offensively at all. And I don't even notice he's on the court most of the time unless he's doing something like, purposely fouling somebody flagrantly. And I think you can just slide Kaysen right into there, right? You have the depth at that position. AJ Mitchell, you have like players who can kind of play the same position.
Jared McCain,
he's just Lou's kind of expendable. Williams is expendable. I don't think you have a player like Hartenstein.
Yeah.
And, if I'm a Thunder fan, and I haven't read the comments yet, I'm sure someone commenting right now. If I'm a Thunder fan, I do look at this series, and Spurs fans might not want to hear this, but it's like, yeah, we were missing our second best player and our other best isolation scorer and best player off the bench. Yeah, we lost in 7, but like,
you lost in 7.
I'd run it back. Yeah, we lost. I'd run it back. And if we had those 2 players, it might be different. So I could understand why you would think that, right? It's not like this team lost in the first round. It's not like this team lost in the second round. They were kicking the crap at everybody throughout the year. So to me, I think you make small tweaks. I think you shave some salary, with Dort, with Williams. I know that the extensions kick in from what I've read with Chet. And I think maybe there's another extension that kicks in too. Maybe I think Caruso. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. No. But yeah, to me, that's the option here. I'm going to look at the comments now. I kind of want to see what Thunder fans are thinking here. Ragnarok Wallace replaces Dort. Yeah, Heart is crucial to keep. OKC fan here. I would be surprised to see Wiggins and Dort returning. So Wiggins too. Heart, they need to try resign, not only for what he does on the court, but also off. Going 7 without 2 or 5 best players isn't bad. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I thought, it would be. They're gonna package those 2 picks and swap the nets. Would you want that, Kwab?
Give me the picks. Give me picks.
Giannis won't be in OKC. Chet, J-Dub, and SGA contracts they signed last season kick in next year. Okay, so that's what I was. Okay. It's SGA. Okay, SGA, J-Dub, and Chet they kick in next year. There we go. Leone, pause. We do not want Giannis. Now that's the most angry I've ever seen Leone. She's not even angry there. She's not angry at all. Yeah. She's like, hey. No. Hey. Yeah, we already have Dort's replacement Walls. So that's what I'm thinking. But if I'm an OKC Thunder fan, it is what it is. Sometimes you play teams like, for instance, and again, this is not me saying they didn't deserve to win the series last year, but you played a Denver team without Aaron Gordon and the hamstring. Like, it just happens. Like, that just happens in the NBA. The Knicks are in the finals because they are healthy, right? A lot of it is because they are healthy. It just is what it is. Like, that's how the NBA goes. Sometimes it's a battle of attrition. Before Kwab and I continue, quick note, if you want to play PrizePicks, you can. We're sponsored. We're presented by PrizePicks. You can download the app, play $5, get $50 in lineups. Kwab and I did not put a lineup in today. We were slacking, Kwab, but we've taken a little bit of a break, but you can download the app, play $5, get $50 in lineups. Link is in the description. Now, Kwab, question. Answer. Are you ready for some headlines?
Let's go.
Gotta love the dramatic music, baby. All right, this is headlines. Kwab and I create headlines based off of narratives that we hear on social media, narratives we hear in the media, mainstream media, and you tell us if it's real news or fake news, and we give our opinion as well. Kwab, are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, first headline. The Western Conference Finals was the real NBA Finals. Kwab, real or fake news?
It's news. It's news. Buddy, it's
what
news.
Does that mean?
Buddy, it's news. Now, I know why some people have been saying that, just because it was one of the most anticipated matchups. But to have that type of mindset, especially when there's a team that has been dangerous all season, like the Knicks, are waiting on the other side, it's a really bad mentality to have. And I don't think that the Spurs are going to have that mentality, or even the Thunder one that would have the mentality, thinking like, oh, we beat this team. This was the real NBA Finals. But you still have a series ahead. You know what I mean? It was a great 7-game series. We both enjoyed it, but that it wasn't the real NBA Finals. Let's you know what I mean? Let's chill out on that a little bit, please.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Like, you showed respect to my Knicks.
I show
Thank
respect to
you.
the game. I show respect to the game, not the Knicks.
Show respect to the game. This is fake news. I'm sorry. I don't know how you watch the Knicks play in the past 2 rounds and think that they don't have a shot. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to win. I'm not saying that they should be favored, but they don't have a shot. Like, oh, these 2 teams are definitely going to win the NBA Finals. Have y'all watched the Knicks the past 11 games and been kicking the crap at everybody? Now, you can sit here and say, oh, well, they haven't faced a team like the Spurs. They haven't faced a team like the Thunder. Well, you know what? The Thunder played the Lakers and the Suns in their first 2. The Spurs played the Blazers, and I'll give them the Wolves. The Wolves are good. The Wolves are good. But it's not like these 2 teams like had to face a gauntlet of teams either. You know, I do think you can make an argument that the Thunder and Spurs are the 2 best teams in the league, but that does not mean that the Spurs cannot be beat by the New York Knicks. It does not mean that the OKC Thunder, if they would have made it that far, would have been beat by the New York Knicks. I don't think this is a lopsided series at all. I think whenever the line comes out, if you were somebody who likes to check on those things, I think it's going to be like Spurs favored by that much. I think this is a 6 or 7 game series, no matter how you slice it. I don't think any team takes it in 4. I don't think any team takes it in 5. And I think if you think that after what I saw in the regular season, the Knicks, now Spurs fans, you guys were harping about the regular season when it came to the Thunder. We heard a lot of that. What about the 4-1 record against the Thunder? Well, guess what? The Knicks went 2-1 against the Spurs, and the game that they lost, they blew an 18-point lead. Now, if you want to take that into context, I'm not saying the Knicks are going to win, but to sit here and be like the Western Conference Finals was the real NBA Finals, disrespectful. Disrespectful. I won't tolerate it, baby. I won't tolerate it. You know what, though? Look at this. Everybody. Spurs in 5. Sorry, this fix is in for your Knicks, though. Even though I think you could win, the rest will conveniently let shit slip by. I don't believe in that. I don't know. Maybe honking all over the shout out to Spurs fans who the cool tradition when they win playoff game.
Yeah,
they start
as
honking.
Long as they can honk. Don't clap while you're driving, though. You can honk.
Yeah. Spurs in 5, unless Broadway Brunson gives an MVP flop drama performance that is Oscar worthy. What? Spurs beat the Knicks 4-1. I'm going to cut this up. I respect this. Spurs in 6. I can respect. I can respect that. Turbo, the Knicks are going to be hard to beat. Thank you. Right? That's all I want to hear.
That's all.
I just want to hear it's going to be.
That's all he wants.
That's all I want.
That's all he wants.
I don't care if you got the Spurs. Spurs in 5 is crazy to me, though. All right. Kwab, you ready for the next headline?
Let's get the next headline, baby.
All right, everybody. I actually have a feeling that I know what this is going to go just based off of what people have been saying. Headline number 2, the Knicks road to the finals is an absolute joke. Real or fake news? Kwab, what do you got?
Fake news. Fake news. You
Kwab.
fake news. Look.
Join us, Kwab. Join us.
Never. Look, never. Look, you play who's in front of you. You play who's in front of you. And
yeah.
And for most of these series that the Knicks face, people picked other teams. I picked other teams. Like every time. I might do it again. But the Knicks showed out like throughout after the first 3 games against the Hawks, we've just seen a very dominant Knicks team, a very dominant Knicks run, right? Yeah. Against teams that people thought they would have a chance against. Now you can make the case that if they play the Pistons and they didn't play the Pistons. Pistons didn't make it. Me and Josh are both enjoyed watching the Pistons this year, and Josh was worried about the Pistons facing the Knicks moving forward. But they got the Cavs, and we got James Harden moving like Chet out there somewhat part of the series. So it have it, but like the saying that it was a joke, it's not a joke. Like the Knicks came out and they played really, really well in terms of moving the ball, playing defense, hitting tough shots, but playing a brand of basketball that when we talk about the Knicks, we're like, well, when they play this brand of basketball, they have a really high ceiling. There's something Josh has been saying all throughout the season. There's a certain brand of basketball the Knicks can play where you're like, okay, that's a championship caliber team. There's also a certain brand of basketball the Knicks play where you're like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all out of your mind? But they've been playing the right brand of basketball for a team that a lot of people didn't have making the finals. They wanted the coach fired by game 3. Matter of fact, Coach Brown was like the 4th or 5th pick to be the head coach of the team. A lot of people forget there's a lot of stuff that goes on, but the fact they made the finals and been making this run, it's not a joke. They did what they were supposed to do. So they took care of their business, and that's very important. You got to give props to that. That's why I don't like to see people saying, "Oh, it was a joke because they play fake teams." To say that is kind of disrespectful to those other teams that showed up. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's a joke. So it's fake news.
It's fake news, and I'm not saying that just because I'm a Knicks fan. I'm saying that because, again, like Kwab said, people picked against them against the Hawks. Like, people had the Hawks upsetting them. Not everybody, but there were some people. You. Shade.
And Josh was worried for like 2 seconds when the Hawks were kicking your butt with CJ McCollum.
The Sixers beat the Eastern Conference darling in the Boston Celtics. The darling. Everybody had the Celtics. The East goes through Boston.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, the Sixers might win the East. Oh, the Sixers are a very dangerous team. And then the Knicks sweep them to oblivion. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, they don't have any branches. All of a sudden it's not the same team that just beat your media darling. You retroactively just like kind of take your takes back from the Sixers. And then you had people picking the Cavs. Not everybody. The Knicks were favored. But you had people picking the Cavs to beat the Knicks or saying that I thought it was going to go 6. I was like, I got to give the Cavs some respect here. It's going to go 6. It was not an easy road. I'm not saying it was the toughest road. I'm not saying it couldn't have been tougher, but it wasn't a joke. And I don't think first of all, the Eastern Conference, I think, Kwab, someone looked this up. This is where we needed a producer like on site. I think the Eastern Conference.
On site. Shout out producer not here yet.
Yeah, producer blank. We should come up with a name for our fake producer. That's actually really funny. I'm looking it up right now. Eastern Conference versus Western Conference record. The Eastern Conference this year, they were 538, 389, and 389. So it's not like the Western Conference was that much better. It just wasn't. I'm sorry, it wasn't. So to me, I get where people are coming from. The West was better, but it's not like the West. Again, I said this before too. Thunder-Spurs. Outside of that, maybe the Wolves, Nuggets. I mean,
no, it was in reality, when we talked about it, when it came to both conferences, it was like it's either going to be the Thunder or Spurs coming out the West, and in the East side, we had too many names.
Yeah,
we had, we like this team could do it, this team, and the matchups played out how the matchups played out. You got to give credit where credit is due, man. People thinking like it was an easy road to victory is because the Knicks made it look easy. That's the part you have to give props to, like them kicking butt.
I'm so proud of you right now.
You're not going to be proud of me when I make my pick. Whenever my pick is made for the
I already know your pick. We've had this discussion.
You don't know my pick. Nobody knows my pick.
I know your pick. I know exactly. I know who you're picking, and I know how many games you're picking in.
What's good. I will put money on it that you don't know. I'll put money on it, but you guys stay tuned to our preview. That's gonna come out soon. So, all
right, let's go through some comments. I'm clapping while driving. Yes.
Stop.
Seriously, we don't condone this. Please don't crash and don't blame us.
Please.
What do you think about ESPN's David versus Goliath take? I didn't see that. To me, my head goes to the fact that Jalen Brunson's short and SGA's tall. Because I don't think there's that much of a difference between the two teams as term as skill and as term as like who's better than the other. I think this is going to be a very close series.
That's going. The graphics for that's going to be funny.
Okay, I take it back. Spurs in 6. Okay, now I'm not mad at you anymore. That's fine. Knicks took care of business. Thank you, Road Trip. I mean, this is what it is. I mean, not just took care of business, like took care of business.
Bro, can you? Somebody just said Chet is the only player who can get locked out of his house and just slide underneath the front door to get back in. Wow, the visual that I just read.
Where did you see that?
This guy's cool. Why did you say that?
Chet is the only player who can get locked out of his house and just slide underneath the front door.
Why did you say that? That's not cool, bro. But nah, he's gonna have to put on some muscle and get a meaner streak. You can't let these players pick on you like this, man. Chet, you're so much better than this. You're so much better than
Knicks
this.
Still played well, even though the Perns weren't great. All right, all right. And they weren't. They didn't play a great team. I'll admit that. They didn't play a great team. Artist Jim, what's up, man? Don't join the dark side, Kwab. No, do it, Kwab. Don't listen to Jim.
Oh no. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Never. That's a lot of that, bro.
The Cavs don't have the priority even to the Spurs. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, listen, the Spurs are by far the best team in the East. I'm not sitting here saying that the Spurs and who the Knicks played in the East were on the same level. The Spurs are the best team. The Knicks are going to play these playoffs. I completely understand where that's coming from. Leone, we will feed Chet oxtails and put some muscle on him.
You got to get him, but that's what I'm saying. He needs some. Get that brother on that diet, man. He wildin', man. Oh my gosh.
Chet looks like a 7-foot Wi-Fi router that someone.
Yo, you gotta relax.
Somali kid, he has a whole stand-up routine dedicated
on Chet, bro.
Oh my goodness. All right. That's going to do it for our show. We can stick around, maybe take some comments or not. I don't really know if the chat has anything else they want to say, but some schedule. We'll give you our schedule going forward. Kwab and I are going to record NBA Finals preview, which will be our typical preview. We'll give you our predictions. We will give you our predictions, right, Kwab?
Yeah, I got my prediction already. It's ready now. It's crazy.
So we'll give you that. I think we might go live after every game. Kwab and I will talk about that. I think that's probably the good thing to do. Go live after every game. So we will do that. We also have our awards show coming up. I kind of want to involve, you know what? I'm going to do this right here. I want to involve people who are in the chat. So basically, I want you guys to be, I'm just telling you what the plan is. I kind of want you guys to be presenters in some sort of way. With you send us a voicemail back, and then we just kind of like play it over the episode. I'll edit it in. I just put our email in the chat. So if you want to be a part of that, and if you've been in the chat for a while, like you are a regular, email the Dime NBA. Actually, that's the wrong. Hold on, that's the wrong email. It's the old email. Hold on.
Gotta update emails. This is where's the producer?
Jesus Christ. The Dime Podcast at gmail.com. Email the Dime Podcast at gmail.com. I will give you a script to say. You can go off script for a little bit and give a shout out to your team or player or whatever. But we'll pick a few of you. You guys can present our award show. It'd be a good time. So look out for that as well. We're going to have NBA draft coverage, which is coming around the corner. I'm setting that up as well. We're trying to do a mock draft, all that good stuff. But it seems like the chat said what they had to say. So Spurs being the finals is a real joke. The only fans that will justify tackling someone, calling the person hit from behind a flopper, and trying to say Wemby is ethical, not deserving. I think the Spurs deserve to be in the finals. I will just tell you. I think they were great.
I understand feeling angry about it and stuff that happened throughout the course of the series. It's fine, but like to me, it went to 7 games, and the Thunder had a chance of winning this series. Twice actually. They weren't able to close it out before. That's we don't like harping on like the refs and ethical versus non-ethical basketball just because it becomes redundant, and we're just like, it feels like you're just devaluing the game at a certain point, right?
Yeah.
Both teams played really well. Both of these teams are very, very talented. I've said it many times. They're the future of the NBA, and the future is now. Like for them to have this conference finals and for it to go 7, it's amazing. It's great for the league. This is not the end for the Thunder. We're going to see the Thunder again. The Thunder could do nothing this offseason, and you're going to be fine. That's how crazy this team. Like they could do. We talked about what could they could do, and they're going to be fine. The Spurs, same thing, because both teams are going to keep getting better. Like games like this, it stinks. Like somebody like Chet not playing well, he's going to get better from this. You know for a fact he's going to get. He works hard on his.
I hope so.
He's going to get better from this. He's going to get better from this, and he won't have the same showing. And again, with the Spurs being young, they're going to get better from every experience. So, we don't like to harp on all the other stuff, but it was a great series, great game. Again, happy for Spurs fans. I'm sad for the Thunder fans. It was tough. That's why I didn't pick a team, because I love both of these teams. I've loved watching both of these teams play throughout the course of the year, the way they play both on offense and defense. And I mean, it is what it is. But yeah.
Small kid, first time here. Just subscribe. Welcome. We have a good time over here. I don't know if you can tell.
Appreciate you.
It's light vibes. It's fun. It's all good. We all root for each other.
Yeah.
Josh still needs to drink ginger tea or ginger. You could tell. I've gotten better, Leone. I've
gotten better.
No, I had a sinus infection, and I had upper respiratory infection too. I had 2 going at the same time, and then I hurt my knee. SGA gonna pull KD and sign with the Spurs. Let's not look. I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know if I can handle that.
That'll be too much.
Not happening. I mean, he's extension kicks in. He's going to be in the Thunder for a while. Spurs in 6 is a valid prediction. It is 100%. Knicks in 5. Listen, I don't think that's I think you could say Knicks in 6 or 7. 5 is disrespectful.
New York is going to burn down. I just can't if it happens. Oh my God.
Don't be sorry for the Thunder fans. They freaking won the championship last year, bro. Plus, they didn't have Jalen Williams. He's come back next year. They're going to be in it every year.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
But still fans like this is a very disappointing moment if you're a fan. Like lose.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like losing one game away from the NBA Finals.
Yeah, it sucks. If you want it sucks. So you obviously feel some sort of sorry, but again, you're going to be great. Like they're not going to be fine. You're going to be great moving forward. It is what it is. Yeah.
All right, everybody, that's going to do it. Kwab and I had a lot of fun today. Thank you for joining us. Again, look out for our series preview. We will go live for each NBA final. Actually, you know what? We got to talk about that because I'm going to be in New York City for some of these games.
Oh, yeah. Game 3 and Game 4, definitely you're going to be. So
I'm going to be in the city like I'm experiencing. I'm experiencing it. I have to be in the city for work during Game 1 anyway, like that day. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to stay in the city from there. We'll talk about it, and we'll give you the schedule. Don't worry about it. We got you. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining. You can also write the Dime NBA. I'm Josh. He's Kwab. We'll see you next.